All right. Normally, okay, leader. Okay, good afternoon. I will not let you sit down unless you keep quiet. You talk a lot. All right, take your seats. All right, Kawon, Omsin, Chui, Kai, Sui, huh? Setang, Sui, oh, okay. Pai, all right, Kim,
Present.
Kim, put bacon. All right, Akira, Panda.
Present.
All right, Anda, Chumpu, Kos, Kaufan, all right, King, JJ,
Present.
huh? JJ, all right, Obama, Tina, okay, Obama absent and Bacon. Okay. Okay, I would like to talk first. Tatang, okay, stand up. Would you like to talk first? Okay, stand up. I said stand up. Hi. All right. What have we discussed last meeting? What did we discuss last meeting? You can't remember. Okay, who can remember? So that Satang can sit down. Okay, what have we discussed last meeting? To it? Yes. What have we discussed? Yes, what was that? All right, online, what have we discussed last meeting? Online. Kawat, can you remember? Yes, what was that? Ratio and proportion. Okay, take your seat. Okay, so last meeting, we started all about ratio and proportion. And we know that ratio are comparison of two quantities. All right? And we also take up equivalent ratio. That means that to check whether our ratio is equivalent or not, we use cross multiplication method so that both sides are equal, then they are equivalent ratio. Okay? And equivalent proportion also. Okay. Today, it will still be in connection with ratio, but this time we will take up ratio of three quantities. Okay? Last meeting, ratio, proportion, two quantities only. But today, still about ratio, but in three quantities. So that means if we said that a ratio to the boys to the girls, then we can also say that it is the ratio of A is to B. But today, it will be a ratio of A is to B is to C. So that means we will now have three quantities. We will compare three quantities, and at the same time, we will express it in ratio form. Again, how to write ratio? A to B, TO. That was the first. The second, A colon B. And the third, in a fraction form, A over B. All right, that was what we have discussed last time. Okay, so today we start with ratio of three quantities. All right, online, can you see the screen? Kim, can you see? All right.
Yes, can see.
Okay, you see. All right, I will share it again. All right, Obama is now present. So only, all right, only Bacon now there. Okay, so only Bacon is absent. Okay. Now let us start. When we are going to compare three quantities. Now take note that in comparing and stating the ratio in the form of A is to B is to C, then three quantities should be in the same unit. All right, so this is very important. When we compare and express it in ratio, remember it should be the same unit. What does it mean? When we compare meters, it should be all meters. When we compare grams, all quantities should be in grams. That means that your knowledge in conversion of units is very important. All right. Okay, put 1 kilogram equals how many grams? Yep. How many grams? 1 kilogram equals? Kilograms. Kilo means 1,000. So 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. All right. How many hours in 2 days? 48. Good. How many millimeters in 1 centimeter? How many millimeter in 1 centimeter? Centi means 100. Millimeter, 2 centimeter. Okay, this one. How many millimeter in 1 centimeter? 10, all right. Okay. How many meters in 1 kilometer, Akira? How many meters in 1 kilometer? Yes? How many meters in 1 kilometer? How many meters in 1 kilometer? Yeah. Huh? 1. Make sure what is your final answer. How many meters in 1 kilometer? Meters, huh? 1,000. Good. Okay. How many ml in 1 liter? Yeah. That will be 1 liter equals how many ml? Yes. 1 ml in 1 L. 1,000 milliliters or ml. Okay. So that means that in ratio of 3 quantities, it is important that we have that knowledge on conversion because we said that it should be in the same unit. So that means that when we compare 3 quantities, therefore, we should express that one all in the same units. And we know that the ratio should be in the lowest term. All right, Pai? Okay, lean you back on your chair. Okay, we said that the unit should be in the lowest term when we say ratio. All right, here, 3 quantities, 30 minutes, 8 minutes, 3 minutes. So there is no problem in here because all are in minutes. So that means that we can express that one accordingly. 30 is to 8 is to 3. That is in ratio. Okay? But when we are to compare different units, remember, we have to do and to convert it into the same units. Now, since in a ratio, we use the smallest term or the lowest term, simplest form. So we use the smallest unit also, so that we convert the bigger unit to have it the same with the smaller unit. Now here, we have here kilometers, meters, and centimeters. So the 3 quantities are not equal, not in the same unit. So therefore, before we give the ratio of these 3, we should convert units so that it will be the same. Okay. To it. 1.45 kilometers. What is that equal to in centimeters? 145? Huh? Okay, let's have this one easier. All right, Sheena, 300 meters equals how many in centimeters? This one, 300 meters convert into centimeters. Equals? Huh? This one, 300 meters convert into centimeters. How much would that be? 3,000. All right, that's good. 3,000. Okay. Remember that when we convert units, all right, online, please follow. Okay. We convert first. 1.45 kilometers into centimeter. Why is it not moving? All right. Remember that 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters and 1 meter equals 100 centimeter. Okay, so we have two conversions involved in here. From kilometer, we convert into meters and convert into centimeters. All right. So what happens here? 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters, right? Times another 100, so that we can convert it into centimeters. Okay. So that will be equivalent to 145. And 300 meters will be equivalent to 30,000 centimeters. So here now, we are now having the same unit, which is in centimeters. So therefore, the ratio there is 145,000 is to 30,000 is to 757. Okay. Why we cannot express that one into kilometer? Remember, this is already decimal, and ratio should be expressed as a whole number. Okay, that is why we use the smallest unit. So we convert these two so that all the three of them should be having the same unit in centimeters. All right, so that is why we have this final ratio. Okay? Get? Did you get or more examples? More. All right. Let's have some more. Okay. Find the ratio of 300 grams to 5 kilograms to 850 grams. And remember that the ratio should be in the lowest term. Okay, so here now, as you can see, the two are having the same. So this is in grams, this is in grams. So we only need to convert these 5 kilograms. And we know that 1 kilogram equals how many grams? 1,000, very good. And so therefore, 5 kilograms would be equivalent to 5,000 grams. So we have now here 300 grams, 5,000 grams is to 850 grams, and they are now having the same unit. All right, so how to reduce? Take a look. It ends with 0 and all are divisible by 10. So we can crush out the last 0. Okay, so we can actually cancel that one out, cancel that out, and cancel. So what remains is 30 is to 500 is to 85. And 30, 500, and 85 is divisible by the highest common factor, which is 5. All right. So that is why our final ratio will be 6 is to 100 is to 70. Now remember, when we simplify to the lowest term, we divide with the highest common factor, just like a fraction. Okay. So for example, if this is your fraction, 30 over, let's say 80, so they are divisible by 10, or we can divide this one by 10 and this one by 10 so that we get 3 over 8 in the lowest term. That is just the same with ratio. Okay, we can simplify this one to the lowest term by dividing it with the highest common factor of the 3. Okay, so in here the highest common factor is 5. So therefore, The simplest form of ratio is 60:100:70. Okay? Let's try. Okay. All right. How to express each of the following ratio in the simplest or lowest terms? Remember, we said that we can divide. But what about if it is a fraction? What about if it is a decimal? Okay? So take a look on this example. We have this whole number. 15:27:23. 33, sorry. All right? So as you can see, these three numbers are divisible by 3. So that is why when it is reduced to lowest term, therefore 15/3 is 5, 27/3 is 9, 33/3 is 11. And 5:9:11 is the lowest term of that numbers, of these numbers. Okay? Because there is no other common number that can divide the 3 except 1. So therefore, this is now in the lowest term. All right? Now, what about if it is decimal? Here, letter B. Okay? You have here 0.04 is to 1.6 is to 0.32. How to reduce it to lowest term? Now, we said that we will convert it into a whole number, just like a fraction. A fraction should be converted into a whole number before we convert that one into ratio. So here, 0.04, which is in the hundredths place. Remember your decimal? This is a hundredth place. So to make it a whole number, we multiply this one by 100. So we can multiply it all by 100, or we can move it, the number of decimal places to the right to make it a whole number. Okay, so if we multiply this one by 100, then it will be 4. 1.6 times 100, that will be equivalent to 160. And 0.32 times 100 is 32. All right. So we have now these whole numbers. So we can now simplify by dividing it with the common factor. All right. So 4 can be divided by 4. 160 can be divided by 4. And 32 can be divided by 4. So 4 is the highest common factor. So that we get 1:40:8 as our final answer in ratio form. Remember, from decimal numbers here, we get this ratio as whole numbers. Okay, so again, if it is decimal, convert into whole number. If it is a fraction, convert into a whole number before we simplify to the lowest term. All right? Okay. Going next. Okay, you wash there. Okay, this next example, who was that one who asked how to convert a fraction? I remember last time from the girls, someone asked how to convert a fraction into decimal. All right. Now take a look. 1/4 is to 2/3 is to 5/6. All right. So we have there the common denominator 4. The denominators 4, 3, and 6. Now, so that we can convert this one into whole numbers, we will find the LCM, the lowest common multiple of the 3. All right. In your grade 6 topic, how will you find the LCM? Yes. Good. How do you find the LCM, the least common multiple? Okay, for example, you have this fraction, let's say 8/12. Or let's say we have this 4/32. Okay, 12 and 32. How to find the LCM? Or we use smaller numbers so that it will be easy for you. 4:24. Okay. How to find the LCM of the two denominators? Divide, yes, it can be. We can use the short division method. We can use also the factoring method. Prime factorization. If you remember, what are the factors of 12? 2 and 6. What about 6? 2 and 3. Okay, what about 24? 2 and 12. What about 12? 2 and, okay, 2 and 6, and 6 is 2 and 3. All right. So how to find the LCM? Remember you have here 2 and 2. So LCM is, okay, 2 times, what else? 2 and another 2. So 2 times 2. What else? We have 3 and 3. So times 3. And we have this one last. Okay, so what is now the LCM? 2 times 2 times 3 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12, times 2 is 24. So the LCM there is 24 using the prime factorization or prime factoring method. Okay? And you said also that we can also use short division. All right, so 12 and 24. All right, so using the short division, we can divide it by 2. 6 and 12. All right, so we can divide also another one by 2. So you have there 3 and 6. We can still divide this one by 3, 1 and 2. So it will just be the same. 2 times 2 times 3 times 2 and of course times 1. So same, we get the LCM, which is 24 by short division method. Okay? So why are we discussing that LCM? Because again, here, take a look. 4, 3, and 6. All right? So we need to, we need to find the LCM of the 3 denominators so that we can convert it as whole numbers. So in this case, yes, for that. Okay, so the LCM of 4, 3, and 6 is 12. So therefore, we multiply 1/4 times 12, 2/3 times 12, 5/6 times 12. Okay? So 1/4 times 12, 4 is cancelled out. We have here 1 times 3. Yes. 2/3 times 12, 3 by 3 is 1, 12 by 3 is 4. So we have here 2 times 4 and 5/6 times 12. By 6 is 1, by 6 is 2. So you have there 5 times 2. So that 1/4, 2/3, 5/6 is equivalent to 3:8 is to 10 in ratio 4. Okay? Remember, from a fraction into a whole number. And how did we do? Find the LCM of the three denominators. Okay? Get? Understand? Satan? Get? All right. Let's try if you get, really. Okay. When we are to reduce to simplest form, it is just the same as we are finding equivalent ratio. All right, so what are equivalent ratios? Just like here, we can either divide or multiply with the same number so that we can get the equivalent ratio. Take a look, 14:8 is to 6. All right, we can divide this one by 2. So all you can divide it by 2. All right, so that we can get the equivalent fraction of ratio of 7:4:3. 14 divided by 2, 7. 8 divided by 2, 4. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that is equivalent ratio. Or we can multiply also. For example, we multiply this one by 2. By 2. All right, and by 2. So 14 times 2 is 28, is to 16, is to 12. All right, so that means this is also an equivalent ratio to this one. But remember, this is the lowest term of ratio. All right. Okay. Sui? Okay, what is the equivalent ratio in here? Lowest term. 20 is to 10 is to 15. So what is the equivalent ratio? Lowest term. 10? What number can you divide all three numbers? Okay, so 20 by 5 is? Sui, 20 divided by 5. 4. What about 10 by 5? 2. 15 by 5. 3. So this is now the ratio in the lowest term. Equivalent ratio. Okay? So get now? Okay. All right. Let us try. Let's go to your workbook and try to answer some. I will get your workbook now. Okay. Please write your nickname on the first page here. Nickname only. Okay, write your nickname because I will get your books. Huh? All right, online, take out your workbook now. We will do that one. Okay, open to page 75 and write the date of today. Okay, Pastor, I will guide you. I will help you do the activity. So make it fast. All right, so today is, all right, Tuesday. Happy birthday. Tuesday, 14 December. Okay, so write the date of today. Happy birthday to you. Okay, write the date. No. Faster. Okay. Number 1. We have 3 minutes only. All right, number 1. 5.4 meters to 4,320 cm to 3,600 mm. So we convert that one into mm, the smallest unit. All right. So therefore, 5.4 meters is equivalent to 5,400 in millimeter. All right. Then the second one, 4,320 cm, convert into mm. So that will be 43,200 millimeters. All right. So that, remember, take a look on that one. We have 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 2 zeros. So therefore, we can cancel this one out. So what remains is 54, 432, and 36. Still, we can reduce that one in lowest term. We can divide that one with 18 so that we get our final answer. 3 is to 24 is to 2. It's easy, right? If you only copy. Yes. Okay. So that is number 1 online. Please follow. That is page 75, number 1, letter A. Yep. Huh? Happy New Year. All right. Now, letter B. Okay, write it now. You have now the answer for letter A. Online, you have only 1 minute left. Okay, finish? All right. Again, this is your answer. Okay, letter B. We have 1 minute left. All right. Okay, online, please finish that one. Take a photo and send it to the group. Okay. Online, again, take a photo of that and send to the line group. Okay. Letter B. You have there seconds, hours, and minutes. Yes. All right. So we will convert it all into seconds because that is the smallest unit. All right. So that will be 4,950. All right. Is to 2,200.